breaking news. You need to watch this.
When I see the Make America Great Again, my comment is, do you accept that that could possibly be construed as a racist remark? And most people, a lot of people go, how could that be racist? Make America great again? I said, so just ask yourself from an African-American experience, when was it ever great in America for the African-American? When was it great? So if you're making it great again, it's not including them. So it's to teach us in the woke world to open up and accept the possibilities that our privilege has created blind spots for us. And we need to exhale and breathe in and allow an expansion of our experience and our minds to be able to say, maybe I haven't seen what is really happening yet.
White people are trying to figure out how and why black people have collectively withdrawn from this country, essentially.
So it's clear that we are watching the fall of the American empire in real time. And there is a stark difference in the way that the white community is responding and how the black community is responding. The black community en masse has completely withdrawn.
And it's clear to me that a lot of y'all have never been in a toxic relationship. And unfortunately, I have. But let me tell you how this goes. In a toxic relationship, you usually have one person who isn't shit, right? It's usually the man. And the man is, emotionally abusive. He is a cheater. He's a liar. He's a manipulator. He gaslights. He's narcissistic. But he also has a lot of potential, right? He also can be very loving. He also promises things to come in the future, right? He also can be very exciting at times. And those things keep the woman around. But when things are bad, shit goes up, right? Windows get broken, cars get scratched up, TVs get shattered, broken glass everywhere. Just a lot of chaos in these situations at times, right? And this goes on. These ebbs and flows, these ups and downs go on for years sometimes. But at some point, the abused party in his relationship just completely wakes up and decides that he or she is over it, right? And when that happens, there is no blow up. There is no broken windows. There is no shattered windshields. There is no scratched up cars. There's just calm, right? There's folded clothes. There's neatly packed possessions. That person decides to go on about their business. And that's where black people are with this country at this point, right? Like, we're just sick of y'all shit. And we're not going to protest. We're not rioting. We're not doing none of that shit. You know what I mean? Most of us are just simply withdrawing, going on about our business and surviving like we know how to, like we have always done since this country, since before this country was founded.
There are white people going viral right now for their regret over voting for Donald Trump. And I put that word into heavy quotation marks because I genuinely question if they even know what the word regret means. One woman in particular got on TikTok crying a whole theatrical production about how people are not greeting her with open arms, how they're being mean to her in her comment section. Lady, are you fucking for real? Somehow you are the victim, not the millions of people harmed by the very system that you voted to prop up not once, not twice, but 3 fucking times. Not the immigrants who lost their family members to deportation or concentration camps. Not the communities of color who have been terrorized by the very policies that you voted to enable. You're the victim because people were mean to you in your comment section. And this tells me everything I need to know about your regret. You're not sorry, you're uncomfortable, and you're confusing the two. You claim that you're doing the work, yet at the first sign that that work becomes difficult, you make videos crying to garner sympathy for yourself. So the emotional labor falls on everyone else, again. And then to make it worse, there's a whole slew of people in her comment sections coddling her. Oh, you're such a good girl because you realize that you made a mistake by voting for him 3 times. It's so brave of you to speak up. Then, some of you have the fucking audacity to police how other people respond to this video. Specifically, the people that MAGA spent years targeting. People of color, the LGBTQ community, immigrants. You want them to welcome ex-MAGA with open arms. You want them to perform forgiveness for your comfort. The people that we should all have sympathy for are the ones who have been harmed, not the ones who do the harming and are now sad because everyone remembers. But here's the part that really gets me. Same crying video. She said she won't be voting in future elections. So instead of working to dismantle the oppressive system that you helped build, your solution is to throw your hands up and do nothing but cry online. That is not remorse. That is not doing the work. That's pandering for likes and comments to appease your praise kink. That's demanding forgiveness without actually earning it. Look, if people want to coddle ex-MAGA voters, that's your prerogative. Nobody can stop you for handing out participation trophies. But if you are an alleged regretful MAGA, do not expect anyone to forgive you. Do not expect a warm welcome. Do not expect marginalized communities to throw you a fucking parade. Do the fucking difficult work. Sit with your discomfort. Sit with the fact that people are rightfully angry at you. And sit with the fact that your regret doesn't undo any of the damage that you caused. The only way you will maybe, and that's a big if, be welcomed back into a society that is rightfully skeptical of you is if you spend the rest of your life proving that you are worth redemption. That means voting for progressive candidates who actually want to help people. That means showing up to protests. That means putting your fucking body on the line. That means doing the hard work, even when nobody is clapping for you. Otherwise, save your fucking tears and go cry about it in your journal.
So when was America great for black people? Well, this black conservative destroyed this lib with his answer.
Can I ask you something as a black conservative? Your candidate says, I want to make America great again. You tell me when America was great, and then you tell me, would you go back to wherever it was great as a black American?
So I do have an answer for you in this equation. Those years will be 2017 to 2021. Alice Johnson is free right now. And I know you want to pigeonhole me into a period. All right, you want to go to prior to 2016? Let's look at the Reconstruction era when we had black Americans as a whole that were finally free from the scourge of slavery because of what happened in the Civil War. They banded together to create something called the Republican Party, and the Democrats created something called the Ku Klux Klan to find and exterminate as many of those recently freed black men as possible. We can fast forward then to the 1960s if you want to. We had Lyndon Baines Johnson, Democrat president of the United States, who said, I will have those N-words voting Democrat for the next 200 years. And then he brought the Great Societies Act,
Guys, it's not working. It's not working.
And emphasized Margaret Sanger to exterminate as many of us as possible.
Chandler, it's not working. Let's move on.
All right, so if you don't know who that was, that young man is named Chandler Crump, who I've known Chandler since I think he was like 12 or 13 years old when he started doing Blexit events back in the day when I first got into all of this stuff. And he's just so smart, so intelligent, and so on it. And I think this is from a debate that he did. I think it was one of those Jubilee debates on YouTube. But I think that he had a very interesting answer to this question, because a lot of black libs want to say, okay, well, when was America great for black Americans, blah, blah, blah. And I think that they expect you to be like, well, you know, during the civil rights era where there were 2-parent households and there were all that stuff. And that is an answer, but it's very interesting that Chandler decided to go back to Trump 1.0, all right? Because when we think about Trump 1.0, it was an extremely prosperous time for all of America, but in particular for black America, because when you think about that era, we had the lowest black unemployment that was ever on record, right? Trump 1.0 was great for the economy, gas prices were down, and by the way, a rising tide really does lift all boats. Working class black Americans during that era were doing extremely well. All right, extremely well. Now, Biden messed a whole lot of things up, and then Trump 2.0, I'm not a huge fan of some things that are happening right now. But if you want to think back to when Black America was great, you really can look to that era, because think about it. People were making money, people were eating, gas was cheap, groceries were cheaper, and blacks had so much time and energy to create social problems out of thin air. You don't see that much happening nowadays, do you?
There is something that is terrifying the MAGA supporters. There is something that is terrifying the white system. There is something that is terrifying the white America. And this thing is that, with the issues that's going on in America, with the crisis that's going on in America right now, do you know who are not crying? Do you know who are crying and who are not crying? Do you know who are celebrating and who are not celebrating? You guessed it right. Black Americans are not shaken with anything that's going on. Black Americans are celebrating. Black people they're having their joy they have been having. Okay? And this is terrifying the system. This is terrifying the white MAGA, because right now the MAGA supporters are opening their doors. While they are opening their doors in the morning, they are coming head to head with the housing crisis, student loans, economic crisis, fuel price gone up, grocery price going up, healthcare is crisis. And they are like, whoa, they never taught us how to handle these situations. But Black Americans are opening their door. They are coming across the same issues. But they are not shaken because they have been here for decades. The reason why Black Americans are celebrating is because they have been here for decades. If you have listened to the videos, and pressure is increasing every now and then. Whenever a MAGA supporter passes across black people, black people have this joy. They are just celebrating whenever there is chaos, whenever there is crisis. Black people, they celebrate, because black people, the reason why they're celebrating, as I said earlier, they have been in this shit for decades. For more than 400 years, black people have been subjected to these problems. So this one, it's not new to them. It is just an inch of what they have gone through for decades, because right now they are not chained. They are not body chained. So black people with the superpower they have, black people with the adaptability they have, black people with the resilience they have, black people are capable, with the capability they have, they are capable to be happy whenever there is chaos. And that is what is threatening the white America. White America is terrified. MAGA is terrified because MAGA right now, they are not breathing. There is knees on their nose, like what they did to Black Lives Matter guy. There is knees on their nose. They are not breathing. They are suffocating. Their head is dipped inside water. And right now, when that is going on, they are seeing Black Americans standing tall and celebrating, man. They are seeing Black American boycotting Asian like nothing has happened, man. They are seeing Black American going inside grocery stores, doing the shopping. Even someone is following them, they don't care about that. They are okay with that because they have been in this. That is so scary. For example, personally, when I'm suffering and I see my brother Kenyan Explorer is suffering too, I'm like, we are many. Yeah? I see you, my brother. We are many. But when I'm suffering alone and I'm seeing my brother is driving a GLE, today, tomorrow, Mercedes, I'm like, God damn it. Now, inside myself, I'll start asking myself questions. Where did I go wrong? But MAGA, let me tell you, don't pretend you don't know where you went wrong. You have been going wrong since the day you decided to vote for racism. You have been going on since the day you decided race card. Since the day you decided racism will be your vote. And we all know racism is very much expensive. Very much expensive. Whatever is happening is because of racism. So, black folks are celebrating. Black joy is accelerating. Black people are jubilating because of what? Because whatever they have been saying for decades, it is showing itself in a plain sight. It is showing itself in the morning very early. White Americans right now, the MAGA, are creating videos. Some of them are regretting voting for DJT. Some of them are leaving America. Some of them are asking forgiveness. Some of them are asking black people for help. But you know what? Black Americans have been in this situation for decades. And let me tell you, right now, black Americans have decided to move with their own pace. You don't know what they are planning. Right now, you won't see black Americans on the street. When there was No King's protest, you didn't see black Americans there. Yeah, because No King's protest was anti-Trump protest. Black people are like, God damn it. And there is even this one presenter. He was shocked, like, there is no blacks, because he was rolling his camera going to the protest to look for black people who are suffering. And let me tell you, you go wait tire. You go wait tire, because black people ain't suffering more. And this channel, Kenyan Explorer, this channel Black History, gonna thrive, because we are sharing blacks people history here. And whatever we talk here, you can recheck and recheck. We are talking pure truth about black Americans. I want you to comment down there. Whatever we are telling you here, it is the truth. And we know, as black people around the world, Africans, Afro-Caribbeans, we know exactly what you are going through, what you have gone through, and right now we are here and we are supporting fully whatever you are doing right now. I am the Kenyan Beast, and this is Black History. Let's meet with another episode. Peace out.